Alright, so it is my honor. Wow, I can't believe this, man. This is amazing. This is fucking amazing. M3 has been like the model for like, God, the last 5 years. So this is all new stuff. Everybody's, you know, I read these blogs and everybody's like, there's no new material from the mystery camp. What the hell is wrong with Venusian Arts? Well, they've been working on something. And apparently this is going to be the world premiere of the new theory from Venusian Arts. So I'm really excited to see this. This is going to be freaking cool, man. So it is my honor to introduce Knack, and he is going to tell us all about the new theory from Venusian Arts. So let's give Knack a big hand. And
first, I'd like to thank Cyrus for coming up. That took a lot of balls to come up here and say, you know what? I'm a guy who did this, and you know what? I fucked it up for 8 years. I've been doing this for 8 years, and I fucked it up. I couldn't get it right until I took an opportunity to change my life, and I realized, you know what? It's going to cost me a little bit in the pocket to do it, but you know what? I'm fucking worth it. You know, I spent all my time and all of my money and all of my resources doing this for 8. If you can imagine how much time it took him over the course of 8 years, all the reading and all the studying and all the just fucking sweat and tears of going out and just constantly failing. If he took that time and, I don't know, got like a job or a second job, or you know, spent a little extra overtime, he could have fucking took a boot camp like probably in 3-4 months. And then he would have had so much more of a jump. He'd be like 8 years further than where he is. You know, I don't want to give you guys like a great big sales pitch. I'll give you a little pitch at the end, but and there'll be some discounts, you know, for you guys here in the lair. But you know, I appreciate DC Lair. It's where I kind of came into this, and it's where I started to cut my teeth. I took a boot camp with Mystery a couple years ago. And it did, like Cyrus said, it does turn a corner for all of you. And as Cyrus said, he talked about the misogynistic woman hater. What was it?
The misogynistic revenge seeker.
The misogynistic revenge seeker. And I'm going to give props, because one of the things I will do that other companies don't do is I'm not going to steal somebody's material and then present it as mine. There are certain companies out there that do that. I'm not going to name their names, but you all know who those people are. The misogynistic revenge seeker, it's a concept that was put out by a man named Alan Roger Curie, and I'm a big fan of his work. He wrote out a book, fantastic book, go out and buy it. It's called Mode 1. Fantastic look at the male psyche. But that's a piece of his work, so I'm going to give credit where credit is due. But we're going to get like, so he gave me a big IOI, so I'm going to give him an IOI. I gave it to him, but I'm also going to give him a little IOD. But, so I'm going to present a little taste of Revelation. I can't give you the whole thing, you know. I want you to buy the cow, so I'm just going to give you a little bit of the milk. I'm not going to give you all the milk. I'm going to give you a little bit. But first, I'm going to talk a little bit about, you know, how this is a small chapter in the new book, Revelation. It's a fantastic book. I just looked at it yesterday. It's very well written. It's still not quite 100% complete, but it's going to be an amazing piece of work, and it will redefine the community. And there's a little bit of a misinformation. It's not necessarily the new model. He's not taking his model and saying, you know what, fuck that, it's old. You know, he's not doing it. What he's really doing is he's reworked his model so that every little possible detail is covered. Any possible question that you might have, any small nuance, any small detail is covered in this book, and it tells you exactly where in the model these things fit. Now, there are a few changes and refinements and things like that, and there are things that are very important. And I'll tell you this, there are some people who are going to be a little cheap. They're going to say, and Cyrus has told you about the sins of being cheap, who go, oh, you know what, it's not really worth it. It's not worth my time. It's not worth my money. See, it's the small refinements that really define what your game is. It's small refinements that make a precision instrument work. You know, that's the difference. You want your game to be a precision instrument. Do you want it to be you know, a 40-pound maul, you know, trying to hit a little finishing nail in the wall? Or do you want it to be a small tack hammer, where you just tap, you get it in nice, smooth? Or again, that 40-pound maul where you leave a big fucking smash mark in your wall. Both of them get the job done, but one of them's going to get it done better. One of them's going to get it without destroying shit. And that's really what we're offering. We're offering a tack hammer. You know, you want a surgeon's scalpel. You don't want, you know, you don't want a maul. You want a surgeon's scalpel. You want to crack your game. And that's what this book is going to allow you to do. Now, I'm going to talk for a minute about, this is chapter 5, and this is just a small overview of chapter 5. It's titled How to Roll. How to Roll. This is how to get your life really going. Now, the first part is you have to get out. You have to go the fuck out. You're not going to get anywhere if you're sitting at home in Spider-Man underoos eating fucking Cheerios. You know, you got to get the hell out of the house. You know, you can't be there, you know, playing World of Warcraft. Go out and do something with your life. You know, enjoy it. One of the things that, and don't just do game shit. Do non-game shit. Like, actually, could you do me a favor and move the camera just a little bit over? I'll give you an example of what you do. Folks, zoom in here. Zoom in here. Yeah, zoom in right here. Right here, yeah. Can you zoom in more than that? Give it a good zoom. Give it a good zoom. Up a little bit, up a little bit. The people at home are looking at my wall going, that's the one impressive white wall. But this is a picture of me recently. I went to the Philippines. Here I am right here. This is me at the Philippines at a shrine dedicated to the American soldier. This is my best friend in the world. I've known him since I was like 10. You know, that's a lot of years. That is a lot of years to know somebody. This is his brother, and I'm so close with these guys. They may as well really be my brothers. These guys are guys who would take a bullet for me. I would take a bullet for them. And we went out and we did something that they'd never done before. These guys are guys that you would probably term beta male or AFC, and as you guys have already heard, I don't like the term AFC. I think it's demeaning to other men. But we went out, we got something done in our lives. We went out and we experienced the world, and that's really what getting out's about. It's about experiencing the world. You know, here I am, of course, you know, I'm surrounded by girls, and this one's kind of like reaching behind at me, you know. Not like, you know, I didn't like fuck her. I did fuck her though. But
that's the one I like.
Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, the one in the green. Yeah, I fucked her. Sorry. But yeah, she kind of liked me too. But there's only so many girls you can fuck. You know, you try and fuck them all, but you know, you get tired. Anyway, you can zoom out on that. But back to getting out. You know, go out and experience the world. Don't just think experiencing the world is about pickup. That's not what that's about. You know, Alex and I, we've decided that every week we're going to take some type of event. We're going to do something. You know, we don't necessarily know what we're going to be doing every week, but we're going to do something different. Every week we're going to have a new DHV story. Every single week we're going to do something. We're going to have a good time in our life. You know, we're going to enjoy ourselves. And at the end of the week, you know what? We're going to have a new story. You know, maybe we go learn how to scuba dive or something like that. And you say, wow, last week we just learned how to scuba. Can you imagine doing that in a set? Saying, you know what's awesome? I just learned how to scuba dive. Isn't that like the coolest fucking thing? First you do this and then you do that. And you got an amazing story to tell. And it's one hell of a DHV. You can hit all kinds of attraction triggers. Just get the fuck out and live your life. You know what? Even if you're not going to do pickup, just go out and be alive, man. Go out and be alive.